So you got clout, I'm on now. Say I'm on now. Hey, gotta celebrate life, and that's alright. Know what I do? Yeah, I can't been working so hard, just supporting the couples out of these moves. Let me hit snooze, time for me to get up, get bust. I ain't got time to be stuck. You been the skipper, but it's so many tickets up. It's been an honor, the blessing, I don't believe in luck. I'm ready for my son, yeah.
I'm glad you brought up Regina King. Like I said, she's one of my favorite actors in the game. And right now, for Black Hollywood, it's a strong, it's a really big time for Black women running the show, not even just being on the show. People like Shonda Rhimes, Lena Waithe, like you said, Regina King, Taraji P. Henson going into directing. Issa Rae. And they got the hottest shows, movies. Every time something come out, you gotta see it, right? It's always quality, always has a message, whether you like it or not, because Lena Waithe kind of got in trouble for her last movie.
I seen that.
But how you feel about it?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Here's why.
Because I didn't see it yet, so I was just getting other people's opinion.
It's cool.
It's cool. Just give me like your opinion of it. Do you understand why people are upset about it?
I understand why people were upset about it, but that's because they wanted to be. And here is why I feel like, and this is against popular opinion, but we as a Black culture are always looking for the savior in something other than ourselves. So we're looking to people in the outside world to make us believe, to tell us what to do, and to teach us something. So people looked at the movie, and instead of taking it as a movie, a fictitious storyline, not a true story, something that was written, they took so many pieces of the story and, but it means this, and she shouldn't have did that, and there shouldn't have been this imagery, and I'm like, it was a story. Just watch it as that.
Yeah.
Just watch it as a story. So as a creative, I was just like, it's just a story. It's just a movie. Do I think it had some holes in the story? Absolutely. But overall, it was just a story. I did not take any part of it to heart, as in, well, why would they put that imagery out there? That's putting out this type of message and that. And I'm like, when you know yourself, you don't need the message to come from outside for you to understand what's what. Yeah, you know? So I felt like a lot of people were really taking to heart what was in like different parts of the story and what was going on. And I'm like, it's still just a story. I can't. Is that her laughing?
Yeah. I'm keeping that. I'm sure her herself. I'm like, cause you open up your room, and that's how you do. But my initial question was going to be, with all this Black excellence going on in Hollywood, especially with Black women running the show, where does Dani Coleman fit in the big picture with the Issa Raes and the Lena Waithes and the Shonda Rhimes? Where's Dani Coleman fit in with all that?
I am Dani Coleman. I'm not trying to fit in.
Period.
No, I am a free spirit who goes with the flow. So at no point leading up to now have I tried to compare myself to any of those women. I look up to all of them individually, but I am not trying to be the next anything. I'm okay with being the first Dani Coleman, and I think there's space for me in that realm. But I don't know. I hope to work with all of them one day.
I like that answer. Not really what I was asking or insinuating. I was what I meant was more so like, what's your perspective? Like, what do you bring to the group of heavyweights? You're in a group of heavyweights. What do you bring? Why do the people need to see Dani's movies?
Well,
did I word it better that time?
No, yeah, you did.
Okay.
What I bring to the table is my true authenticity. I feel like oftentimes, I'm very much a personality on Instagram and on my social media. I'm very active. And the one thing I hear most often when people meet me is, wow, you are really like this. Like, you're really this person. So I feel like that translates even into, excuse me, even into my projects. You know, just I'm telling a story from my perspective, for us, by us. I do plan to diversify eventually, but by and large, I am very much all for employing us, whether it's in front of the camera or behind the camera. I keep it fun. I keep it real. I think, you know, like I said, I never compared myself to them. I honestly just, when an idea hits me and I decide I want to write it or create it, I get started on it, and that's that. And the people who are supposed to get it will, and the people who don't like it, that's okay too. You know, I think art is really a huge area to be interpreted by whoever is watching it or hearing it.
So you have no problem putting yourself out there?
Not at all.
Very important. I'm still working on that.
Yeah, not at all. I put things out, and I can honestly say this. I selfishly put things out because it's what I want to do. I have always been the I'm going to do what I want to do person. And I say this often when it comes down to how I feel about something or what I think or how I respond to something, I do not take anyone else into consideration. And I don't mean that in a rude way, like I'm going to say something or do something controversial and not care how someone perceives it. It's just, I'm coming from this place of my honesty, my truth,
your perspective.
So it's like, I just put it out there because I thought it was cool. With Finding Sunshine, it was a story that was near and dear to me, and it was a lot of truth moments in there. So I put it out because I wanted to share that part of me, but I also knew that someone else might relate to it.
Right.
With Outsourced, same thing. It's a romantic comedy. I'm like, we are in the era of internet dating and apps. And I'm like, I know I personally use apps for everything, but what if there was a way to use an app to like hire somebody to date for you? You know, so it's things like that. When I create, I just create from personal experience or idea or whatever, and just put it out there and let it go.
Okay, cool. And that was for the critiquers, because the creators understand. So for those who just like sit back and critique, there you go.
Yeah, you know, critique away and judge and have an opinion. I want people to have an opinion about things. I love that. I don't need yes men. I don't need everyone to like or agree with what I say or do. So I really like that. I enjoy people having an opinion about my stuff, good or bad. I'm okay with that.
You gotta be. That's like the first thing you gotta get over. You gonna jump off that porch, you gotta jump.
That's alright. Know what I do. Yeah, I can't been working so hard, disappointing the couples out of these moves. Let me hit snooze, time for me to get up. Get bust, I ain't got time to be stuck. You been escaping, but there's so many tickets up. It's been an honor, the blessing, I don't believe in luck. I'm ready for my son, yeah. And I dare you to get in my way. Cause I'm ready for my son, yeah. You better get so you got clout. So you got clout. I'm on now. Say so you got clout.